Hi everyone and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide. In 2024 there's many theme parks all across the globe that are going to be opening new rides and roller coasters, and especially here in the UK where we've got lots of new additions to look forward to. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out the video that I filmed a few days ago talking about the top 6 new rides opening in the UK in 2024. Now there's a certain ride out there in Germany that I've been following ever since we saw the plans for this, and I'm really excited to experience. It is of course Voltron Nevera at Europa Park. Now this isn't just the new roller coaster Voltron, it's a full new themed area, Croatia, with a big backstory, lots of theming, a full experience, and with it being Europa Park, I'm expecting phenomenal operations on there as well. Europa Park is one of my favourite theme parks in the world, located in Germany, and I've been visiting there for over 10 years now. I've had many happy visits to Europa Park over the years, and as an all-round package park, it really does everything perfect. I love the place, I really do, and that's why I'm so pumped for this new ride. I just know that it's going to be done to a high standard and a high quality, and it's not just the coaster, it's that full theming, that full package that I really like from rides, and yeah, this certainly looks like it's going to be. Now the ride itself is being manufactured by Mack Rides, of course the company that do actually own Europa Park. It's all ran by the wonderful Mack family, and they do a fantastic job. They've been a family company for all these years, and what they do at their own park, Europa Park, and of course selling rides to theme parks all across the world is phenomenal. And with this, they're going to want to make this coaster this big, impressive ride and really shout about it this year in 2024. It's their first ever striker coaster, so that's the model name by the manufacturer Mack Rides, and yeah, I'll be talking all about that throughout the video. It's a multi-launch coaster. Along with that, it looks like it's going to have some insane elements, including 7 inversions. It's got a vertical launch, and along with that, lots of theming, airtime, near misses. It really does look like it's going to be a full experience package. But before I talk more about it and we have a bit of an update on the construction, let's just check out the official animated POV that was released last year by Europa Park. Well, there we go. It looks incredible, doesn't it? As you can see there from the POV. I cannot wait to actually sit on this and experience it. And it's just the overall look of the area and the theming around the coaster that's going to tie this together. But of course, the main element is the roller coaster itself, Voltron Nevera. And yeah, you can see it's going to be in 2 parts, really. 3 if you count the middle turntable as its own experience, which I probably would actually. So yeah, let's go for 3 parts that Voltron comes in. So the first section, of course, will be from the station itself. And yeah, we believe there's going to be some sort of pre-show scene going on there before we are literally launched up out of that station area, which is going to be fantastic. And yeah, one of the highlights on the ride, I'm sure, it's a Beyond Vertical LSM launch, and yeah, you're going to be straight into that. So you imagine like going up a vertical lift hill on something like the Smiler at Alton Towers or Soar at Thorpe Park. You know, you're going up slowly. Imagine like being launched up that and into the first inversion. That's what you're going to get on Voltron, which I really cannot wait for. Along with that, of course, you're going to be into the inside top hats, which would be a great element. Hopefully a bit of hang time on there as well with the speed it'll go through. And along with that, followed by a corkscrew and an Immelman, which look great. There'll be an LSM booster launch just there as well, followed by a 0G stall and a dive loop. So yeah, what a huge amount being packed into that. I think for me, of course, the Beyond Vertical lift hill I'm most excited for. That top hat, which should be good, and also a 0G stall. I mean, that's an element that other manufacturers have done so well recently. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Mack Ride's take on that's going to be. I mean, you see that on a lot of Intamins and RMC coasters now. A nice stall where you're going to be held upside down and should get some good hang time on there too. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But what a stellar first half that's going to be. Along with that, there's many moments of air time, some of the drops in there, some really good G-forces by the looks of what we're going to be experiencing. And yeah, also the theming, which is going to really enhance the experience around there too. Onto the middle section now, the second section of the ride you could call it, which is going to be a turntable. So you will come to a stop on this turntable, it's going to spin round, and yeah, we believe there's going to be some sort of show scene there. In fact, in the official documentary that Europa Park have been putting on every few weeks, great series by the way if you've not seen it. Of course it's recorded in German with Europa Park being in Germany, however you can just use the YouTube translate and get the captions on there, which is great because then you can see exactly what's going on. But yeah, they've done a really good job with that series. It's on their YouTube channel and also on Europa Park's streaming platform VJoy as well, which is free to sign up, and you can watch the updates there too. Sometimes they post them there before putting them on YouTube. So yeah, they're well worth watching. It's been a really good fun series, and there's a few clips actually you've seen in this video that I've taken from the series just there. So thanks to Europa Park for those. But yeah, you know, you can see in that how it's actually been testing recently and the speeds that it's kind of going to be going. And yeah, we're looking at a top speed of around 56 miles an hour. Worth pointing out that the footage here of it tested is slightly faster than it actually will be because of course the main part of the trains, the seats, the restraints aren't fastened on there. You've got the wheels and just the chassis itself. So yeah, the reason they've done that is because they're still finishing the trains themselves. So they sent the actual chassis and the wheels just so they can start testing the ride, programming all the LSMs and the brakes and the block sections, the turntable. Yeah, lots going on. So yeah, that's the reason why they've started doing this testing without the rest of the train on there. And of course, with it being lighter, that is also going faster than it actually will be for the finished ride. But yeah, imagine if it did go that fast, it'd be crazy over some of them elements, but it'd soon cause damage to the wheels, I'm sure. They'll be changing them like every hour. But yeah, it does look great from what we can see there. Now, yeah, this turntable, they've said in the documentary, there's going to be some sort of show scene as you're turning round. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Because also the ride's maintenance shed is located at that area as well, which is weird because normally a maintenance shed would be with the station building, but because of space and the layout, that's where it is. So yeah, hopefully that's going to all kind of be covered up and themed in, and some sort of show scene happening in that location. Then, of course, you're into the second part of Voltron Nevera's layout. It's going to start off with this Junior Scorpion tail, or basically a spike that you're going to go back into before launching forwards, multipass launch into the next element. So yeah, you've got a nice outside top hat, really tall part of the ride where you're going to get a great view over the park and the main entrance where you drive in actually to Europa Park. And following on from that, you've got two corkscrews along with various airtime moments and drops all throughout that section. There's going to be some low to the ground moments here, some interaction with some of the theming around. I'll come on to that in just a moment. But yeah, like all the rocks and trees and landscaping, and also pathways around there too, which not just enhance the off-ride experience to look at the coaster, but also on-ride as well, having these different near misses and things around. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, there we go. I think the layout looks fantastic. I think it's going to be a really good speed from what we've seen, some great air times, some good G-forces, and just so many elements packed in. 7 inversions in that layout. The multi-pass launch, the junior scorpion tail, the stall. It's just got a lot of elements packed in and a lot of really good elements as well. So I can't wait for that. And also, with it being built by Mack Rides, you've got lap bars, the trains are really comfortable, the seats are very similar, if not identical to those on their launch coasters like Icon at Blackpool Pleasure Beach and Hyperia coming to Thorpe Park. So yeah, we're looking at that style of seating, which is going to be very comfortable and offer a fantastic ride experience. So that's another reason why I believe this could be the best new roller coaster of 2024. Now, I mentioned how it's all part of a new themed area, and that is Croatia. Now, a huge part of this is the area and also the storyline behind Voltron Nevera as well. So basically, it's based on Nikola Tesla. And Nikola Tesla is doing all his experiments with electricity, and you're actually going to have the 2 Tesla towers that have been constructed, which look phenomenal. I did spot a bit of lighting on there as well, so hopefully they're going to do effects and lighting at night, which would be cool. Imagine if there was like a laser between the 2 or something. That'd be an awesome effect. But I'm sure Europa Park have got something planned with that, and I can't wait to see it. Many more surprises on the way with this coaster. So yeah, Nikola Tesla's doing his experiments with electricity, and yeah, the whole area is kind of this big industrial kind of warehouse in Croatia that he's kind of took over and doing his experiments in. That's like the station building. It'll feature some of the queue line as well. And then other parts of the queue will be outside with theming before coming back into the building itself. But yeah, a lot of the queue seems like it's going to be inside that building itself. A lot of stuff going on in there, along with the station, and then that initial vertical launch will come out of that area too. So yeah, big building, lots going on. Along with that, there's new food and beverage options going in. Some other little buildings as well, and they have said that this is kind of phase 1 of Croatia. We're expecting other rides and things in the future. There's rumours of a possible show venue, maybe another water ride or a dark ride in that area in the long term. But yeah, they're building like these lovely facades, and it'll be a little square really out the front of the ride, which will be really nice. Something I'm looking forward to is the fact they're actually building a little viewing tower as well. So it's like a little fortress that you're going to be able to go up and look out over the ride. There's also going to be pathways underneath part of the coaster too, which would be great, and you can just relax under there watching the coaster go by, or if you're filming like me, you can take photos and videos under there, which will be great too. They're also building another tower. You're not going to be able to go up this one unless you're getting evacuated, but yeah, it looks like this has got some evac steps inside leading up to one of the mid-course brake runs, and yeah, they're building this lovely new tower. In fact, you can just see it here from the documentary, and yeah, all that's going to be themed in, and you can see that starting to come together. Yeah, the whole area looks lovely because yes, it's got this kind of darker theme, which you don't really see at Europa Park much. However, what they've done with it have still kept it quite light with the buildings, and it'll fit in really nice with the rest of the park. I mean, you've got Greece, which is the area next to it, so you'll kind of stroll through Greece and round into Croatia, which will look lovely. It really will. Now, in terms of the trains on here, it's going to be running 7 trains. Each train will have 16 riders, and yeah, along with that, they also mentioned in the documentary that they are planning on dispatching a train every 36 seconds. Wow, this is going to have a really good throughput, one of the best in the park. I mean, Silver Star at the moment is the jewel in the crown of operations, B&M Hyper, 3 trains, but yeah, with this, it's going to have a great throughput. Maybe not as good as Silver Star, but you never know, they might reach it, but still, it's going to be a great QE to this one. You're going to whiz through, and the best thing is it's also got a single rider queue as well, which is great for if you don't mind sitting apart from your family and friends and want to fill the empty seats. So that's great. Europa Park are fantastic when it comes to operations. They know how to operate a park, and so I'm looking forward to that. Now, in terms of achieving that 36 seconds, they're also going to have a luggage storage area for bags, and that's going to be similar to the Arthur system at Europa Park. Literally a locker where you tap a card, and then yeah, that's kind of down out the way of the loading area. So yeah, that's going to be the same here on Voltron to help speed up the operations. But still, how awesome is this ride looking? I cannot wait for it. It's the full new themed area of Croatia as well, and it's coming to Europa Park this year. In terms of when it's going to open, now there was a lot of reports that it was going to open for the start of the season near the end of March, but then Roland Mack himself, the owner of the park, stated it could be April. So yeah, they haven't actually communicated officially yet that it is going to be ready for the start of the season, but there is a high chance that it could be. So yeah, there was a mix of like newspaper reports and things saying that it was going to be then, but no, the park still haven't actually communicated the date officially, even though they did originally originally say it should be ready for the start of the season, that doesn't necessarily mean it will be yet until we've got that confirmed date. So I'm holding off booking anything until we know. We should be there for opening day for this one though, as long as it doesn't collide with Hyperia at Thorpe Park, which I don't think it's going to. I think there's going to be a considerable gap in between these two projects. This will open first, and then I'd imagine Hyperia a little bit later on. But let me know your thoughts. Are you planning on going to ride Voltron? Do you love the look of it like me? Do you think, you'd have done something different to the layouts? Let me know your thoughts. We love keeping it interactive here on the channel, down below in the video comments. Anyway, I need to go and pack because we're actually flying out to Dubai this afternoon, which I'm really looking forward to. In fact, by the time you're watching this, we'll already be there. So stay tuned in the next couple of days for our travel vlog. And following on from that, we've got theme park and water park vlogs coming up from Dubai and Abu Dhabi. And of course, lots of content over on the Sandbrook Adventures as well. So we can't wait to see you all over there. But here on Theme Park Worldwide, for now, that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. We'll see you in Dubai.